Hello everyone, my name's Ozamitsu, and today I'm bringing you a Spritzee discussion video.
But you're just a novice competitive battler. I don't think you can do this on your own. I'll provide you with a helping hand.
As I was saying, Spritzee was introduced in Generation 6, and I want to do more of an in-depth discussion about it. Let's just have a quick look at Spritzee holistically, okay? It is classified as the perfume Pokemon with pure fairy typing, which we'll talk about in more detail.
No. You're doing this all wrong. Let's talk about Spritzee's abilities. One of Spritzee's abilities are Healer. Healer is an ability introduced in Generation 5. 7 Pokemon can have this ability. At the end of each turn, Healer has a 30% chance of curing an adjacent ally's status condition. If the Pokemon has multiple adjacent allies with status conditions, it still has 30% chance independently of curing each condition, and it can also cure more than one status condition at the same time, in the same turn.
Right, so it seems like Spritzee's more of an assistive, supportive tank.
Don't interrupt me, Ozzy.
Whoops, sorry, continue then.
As I was saying, Ozzy, Spritzee is definitely a supportive Pokemon with access to moves like Helping Hand, which will boost its allies' attack by 50%, so that's pretty handy.
But let's not forget, it also has a killer ability called Aromatisse, which was introduced in Generation 6. It is the signature ability of both Spritzee and Aromatisse. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, this ability is exclusively obtained as a hidden ability.
In battle, Aromatisse prevents the Pokemon with that ability and its allies from being afflicted by Taunt, Torment, Encore, Disable, Heal Block, and Attract.
Impressive! Let's just go back to discussing Spritzee's typing though. So it's a pure fairy type, meaning it is weak to poison and steel. Prior to Generation 6, I don't think poison types were viable battlers.
So at least the fairy type has assisted the poison type in terms of entering the competitive scene.
It's also weak to steel, whilst being super effective against fighting, dark, and dragon, which it also has an immunity to. So the thought of a Slurpuff taking down Reshiram is awesome. It also has that resistance to fighting, bug, and dark, so the fairy type does have a lot of coverage.
That's all well and good, Ozzy, but let's have a look at Spritzee's stats. So with a base stat of 78 in hit points, 52 in attack, 60 in defense, 63 in special attack, 65 in special defense, and a low 23 base speed stat, it's average at best.
Yeah, but it's the perfect Trick Room Pokemon with a speed stat of 23. Let's think about it.
This is what they call Trick Room!
Is this a fairy type move?
It's a psychic type move, and it's quite a troublesome one at that. The faster a Pokemon goes, the slower it actually is.
Let's not just focus on Spritzee, Ozzy. You do know it can evolve when traded whilst holding a sachet, right? Now, Aromatisse has some beastly stats. It has a 101 hit point stat, 72 in attack, 72 in defense, 99 in special attack, 89 in special defense, and yeah, fair enough, the speed is still low at 29.
You're mainly going to be a support Pokemon anyway. Your main objective is setting up Trick Room with Helping Hand. You might want to add in Heal Bell to heal your allies from any status conditions, and of course you can have the infamous fairy mascot move, Moonblast, for extra stab. I also think you can really mess with your opponent if you choose to have Disable. I know you only have 4 moves, but Disable could be pretty handy. I do believe it's an egg move though, but imagine disabling a super effective poison or steel type move. You can really catch your opponent off guard.
Give your Aromatisse a citrus berry and you're on your merry way. It'll heal its own HP a little on its own, but of course it's not limited to that. Aromatisse has access to Wish for recovery, or you can use it as a Wish passer. The possibilities are endless.
I'm torn between having an Evilite Spritzee or an evolved Aromatisse. Evilite is a held item which was introduced in Generation 5, my favourite gen. Anyway, when a player gives an Evilite to a Pokemon that's capable of evolving, it raises their defense and special defense by 50%. So, if I were to have a Bold Nature Spritzee, it would increase its defense by 10% and lower its attack by 10%, which you're not really going to be using. So, at level 100 would give it roughly 360 HP, 321 defense, and 321 special defense.
Ozzy, you're such a noob. Spritzee or Aromatisse would be best having the sassy or quiet nature, because the sassy nature increases its special defense and lowers its speed, and the quiet nature increases its special attack and reduces its speed, because you're actually going to need the special defense and special attack, but you're not really going to need the speed because you're going to be a trick room Pokemon. You're also forgetting that if your Spritzee is holding Evilite, it won't have that citrus berry, which can be considered vital for Spritzee's playstyle.
Okay, point noted. If I had an Aromatisse with the same stats as my Evilite Spritzee, it would probably have the following stats, won't it? So you're looking at level 100 of a HP stat of 406, with a defense of 254, and a special defense of 254. So let's compare that with an Evilite Spritzee. They're both good in their own right, but it's still debatable if I want to rock an Evilite Spritzee. Although it's not as impressive as an Evilite Chansey. Evilite's possibly the best thing that ever happened to Chansey, and maybe the worst thing to have happened to Blissey.
Don't listen to Ozzy, guys. If it were up to me, I'd evolve Spritzee with no questions asked. I'd evolve it at level 48 after it learns all its key moves without wasting a heart scale. Naturally, it can learn Calm Mind at level 17, Draining Kiss at level 21, Aromatherapy at level 25, Moonblast at level 31, and Psychic at level 48.
Hey, I think Charm would be pretty handy if you're using Aromatisse. I mean, it is a supportive tank, so if you're going to have no damage dealing moves, that's okay because it can still wreak havoc with its ability. It's unaffected by Taunt, which is a nightmare for most set of Pokemon anyway.
The overall verdict, Aromatisse is a winner. Sorry, Spritzee.
I still love you, Spritzee. You're a beast as Valerie's Pokemon, and you'll always have a special place in my heart. If you made it that far, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video today, so if you enjoyed it too, please show your support by giving me a like, because that will really help me out. And if you want to show your support, please hit that subscribe button, because I do intend on uploading every week. If you want to see last week's top 10 list, I'll place a link over here. And just to give you a bit of a taste of next week's video, I'll show you a little clip over here. But I won't bore you to tears, so I'm going to sign out now. So until next time.